What's your name? Duke. Nice to meet you, bro. My name is Eliakim. All right, so stay with me. All right, stay with me. Read what you got.
To observe, to do, but it shall come to pass if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
So the Bible says if we, the Israelites, didn't listen to the voice of the Lord our God, come on,
to observe, to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
So, Duke, if I cursed you, did I do good to you or did I do evil to you? No, stay where you at. What did I do? If I cursed you, did I do something good to you? No, I did evil, right? So Moses was telling the Israelites, that all these curses would come upon you and overtake you if you didn't do what? Keep God's commandments, right? I want to show you one of these curses. Read what you got.
Cursed shalt thou be in the city.
The Bible says, cursed shalt thou be in the city. In the city of Little Rock, Arkansas. Are the blacks, the so-called blacks, are we blessed as a people or cursed as a people? We're cursed as a people. How do you know this? How do you know it? You can look around and you can see it, bro. Black on black crime, right? Baby mamas, baby daddies, child support. You see what I'm saying? The police officers always harassing, right? Why is that? It's because as a people we broke God's laws, statutes, and commandments. Hold that. Go to Hosea chapter 4. Go to Hosea chapter 4. Now I want to show you one of these curses and that the Bible is actually speaking about it. Right? Read what you got.
The book of Hosea chapter 4 verse 1. Hear the word of the Lord, ye children of Israel.
You see that? The Bible says, hear the word of the Lord, ye children of Israel. Who is the Bible speaking to? The children of Israel. The context never changes, right? Come on.
For the Lord hath a controversy with the inhabitants of the land.
Now, if I told you, bro, that I got a controversy with you, what am I saying in layman's terms? I got a problem with you, right? We got beef. The Lord said, I got beef with the children of Israel, right? You want to know what that beef is? It'll tell you. Read.
Because there is no truth.
There's no truth, right? We have no understanding of God's laws, right? The brother came up here, the older gentleman saying, put the Bible down. It's the Bible that's messing us up. No, it's because we don't have the Bible. That's the problem, right? Come on.
No mercy.
No mercy. We don't show each other mercy, right? If I stepped on your shoes, we in the party, you got drinking, yeah, I got drinking, man, we gone, right? And I stepped on your shoes. You ain't gonna show me no mercy. You ready to box. You ready to shoot. But I'm your brother that look just like you. Your eye is evil towards your brother, right? And not necessarily you, but I'm just saying, right? Because we see this happen all the time. Come on.
Nor knowledge of God in the land.
There's no knowledge of God in the land. Hold that. Pay attention. I want you to stay with me, bro. Stay with me, dude. Come on.
Verse 2. By swearing and lying and killing.
By swearing, lying, and killing. This is the black community. That's what it's telling you, right? Come on.
And stealing and committing adultery. They break out and blood touches blood.
Now, if you're having a breakout, right? What does it mean to break out? Like, let's say you got a rash on your hand and it's a breakout. What does that mean? That means it's bumps or and that means what? It spreads, exactly. So the Bible says because we have no knowledge, no mercy, we lie to each other, we kill each other, right? Commit adultery with each other's spouses. He says this is gonna break out and blood touches blood. This is the problem. This thing is spreading across our communities. I want you to stay with me, bro, all right? Because I'm showing you how this book relates to our lives. You understand what I'm saying? So, is it more on that? Verse 2. Go back to Deuteronomy chapter 28. All right? So, bro, dude, boss man, do-rag, red shirt. What's your name? Leroy, all right? So, have you been paying attention so far? You've been listening, right? So what are some of the things that you see in your neighborhood that's a problem? Hell, man, you can just turn around and look. Just turn around and look. This is a problem. The fact that we have to hang out at a liquor store,
Right.
is that not crazy? They have a liquor store on every corner, a cigarette store on every corner, a gun store on every block. Why? Why is that? Have we ever stopped and thought about these things? They want us to destroy ourselves. Don't you understand that? The Bible is the only solution. So it says, cursed shalt thou be in the city. In the city of Little Rock, we're cursed, right? Come on.
Deuteronomy 28 verse 16. Cursed shalt thou be in the city, and cursed shalt thou be in the field.
Now the Bible says, cursed shalt thou be in the field. You on, bro. What is that talking about? How were blacks, so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, how were we cursed in the field? Huh? Yeah, how were we cursed in the field? Okay, yeah, we get told the wrong information, right? But I want you to think back in times of old, right? Think about this. Is this the one that I want? Yep. Look at that. Who did this happen to? Who did these things happen to? Turn it around on the other side. Turn it around on the other side. Turn it around on the other side. Who did this happen to? Can you see that? Get your flashlight out. I want you to take a look at that. Who did this happen to? They're in the field picking cotton. Picking cotton. We getting sold just to pick cotton, right? You know that Arkansas was one of the biggest contributors to picking cotton, right? This was a slave state, bro. You ain't know that? The state that you're living in is a slave state. And if they could, they'd still have you in slavery today. Actually, they still do have you in slavery today. It's just a little bit more liberty. You got a little bit more liberty to move around and do as you please, right? But we're destroyed as a people, bro. The Bible says, cursed shalt thou be in the city, and cursed shalt thou be in the field. Now, where you work? You ain't got a job? All right, but have you ever worked before? Where were some of the places that you worked? Yeah. Okay. So, for instance, bro, I worked at Walmart before, and I used to always think when I was at Walmart, this is a slave ship, bruh. It's a slave ship. Think about this, bro. I'm doing all this damn work, right? I'm working from sunup. I was working the night shift too, bruh. It's crazy. I'm in there trying to make ends meet. You feel what I'm saying? And at the end of the week, I still ain't got nothing. Is that not crazy? How is it that we picked cotton, bro, for so long and we have nothing to show for it? You don't even own the shirt that you put on your back. It says made in China. That's crazy. But you picked the cotton for it. You feel what I'm saying? That's craziness, bro. Jump down to verse 28. Come on. Verse 27. Come on, 28.
Verse 28. The Lord shall smite thee with madness and blindness and astonishment of heart.
So the Bible says that we would be smitten with madness and blindness and astonishment of heart. We would not know these things about ourselves. We would not know who we are as a people. We would forget because we forgot God's laws. You understand that? We are the people of this book, right? Jump down to verse 46. I want to show you something real quick. 46. Come on.
And they shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder.
So the Bible says that these curses will be upon us for a sign and for a wonder. How do you know that you're at Pick Pack Liquor? Because you see the sign, right? So when you see these curses, you think, who is this happening to? It's happening to our people. Come on.
And upon thy seed forever.
And upon the seed forever, our children, right? So we're born into curses, right? Come on.
Because thou servest not the Lord thy God with joyfulness and with gladness of heart for the abundance of all things. Therefore shalt thou serve thy enemies.
The Bible says we would serve our enemies. Now let me ask you a question, right? Where do you work, boss man?
Home repair.
Home repair. All right. Who is your boss? You're your own boss. Okay. So have you ever worked any other job outside of home repair? Who did you work for? What were some of the places that you worked for coming up? The white man, right? What did the Bible say again?
Therefore shalt thou serve thy enemies.
The Bible says that you would serve your enemies. You would serve your enemies. For what?
Which the Lord shall send against thee.
The Most High God sent our enemies against us in the times of slavery, right? The Spaniards. What you got?
Y'all got jobs?
Absolutely. So I work at Amazon. I know that the white man owns Amazon. We know this. We know that we're still in slavery today. And that's the point. This is how we know that the Bible is talking about us as a people. That's the point. That's the point. You see what I'm saying? Oh, no, hey, look. The Bible tells us real quick, bro, real quick. Go to 2 Corinthians, right? Exactly what it says, right? So the Bible tells us plainly, bro. No, first, hold that. Go to 2 Esdras. Go to 2 Esdras. 2 Esdras chapter 13, right? So we have to examine ourselves before we can come out and tell our people anything. How can I tell you not to smoke if I'm a smoker? You see what I'm saying? That's hypocritical, right? That's hypocritical. A lot of the churches, they tell you, you know what I'm saying, hey, don't commit adultery, but they be sleeping with half the members in the damn church, right? Yeah.
Boy, I say, if you ain't ever smoke crack, how can you tell me about the drug addict? How can you teach me on drugs?
Yeah, go take it. Watch this.
That's all I want to know.
Right. I feel what you're saying. No, I feel what you're saying.
I want y'all to understand that in order for a person to follow what you're saying, you got to experience some of that.
Right. So how would you know what a person's experiences are unless you talk to them? You got to hear them out, because all of us out here used to be something. You feel what I'm saying? We were all something. Hold that. Go to Titus chapter 3 and verse 3. Let me show you something, all right? Because we have to examine ourselves before we can come out and do anything to you. I got to show you this. Let the Bible speak now. Let the Bible speak. Let me show you something. Read.
The book of Titus chapter 3 verse 3. For we ourselves also were sometimes foolish.
The Bible says that we ourselves were also foolish, right? So, bro, guess what? I was standing on the other side of that. You feel what I'm saying? I'm hanging out all times of night, doing this, that, and the third. You see what I'm saying? I was whoring out my sisters. I'm getting high, right? We were doing these things. But when we learned about the laws of God, we put these things aside. You understand what I'm saying? Because this is the only thing that can change the mind. Come on.
Disobedient, deceived, serving diverse lusts.
We were all disobedient and deceived, and we were all serving our diverse lusts, right? Falling into our temptations. We were giving in to those things. Come on.
And pleasures, living in malice and envy, hateful, and hating one another.
We used to hate ourselves and our brothers. That's what I was explaining to you earlier. If a brother stepped on your shoes, you ready to raise war. You see what I'm saying? You ready to knock with your brother. Even come down to shooting at your brother. All because you have hatred. But guess what? The Bible tells us what love is. It tells us that we have to go to our neighbor and rebuke our neighbor, which means to correct our people. This is the correction that we bring you today, the Holy Bible. You understand that? The laws of God. That's the only thing that can change a man. Psalms 19.
What is a nation?
Nation is men leading by example. Nation is family.